John Brown, you have some serious explaining to do. What is this about not being accepted into medical school? Didn't I tell you not to laze around and stick to the foolproof plan that I made for you to get into medical school? Since the beginning, I always had my doubts about you being able to actually become a doctor. But to find out that you're too stupid to even get into medical school, I can't believe it. You are really becoming an embarrassment to this family. I told you since the beginning that I never planned on going to medical school. Whether I passed or not, I literally couldn't care less. Even if you don't care, that doesn't mean that I don't either. Heavens give me strength. Hannah, your wonderful sister Clara is currently working as a medical resident and is going to make her dream of becoming a doctor a reality. But how is it that you, who I gave birth to as well, became such an imbecile? You should have just as much ability as your dear sister. Could they have switched you out with some other baby in the hospital when you were born? Mom, I'm seriously just way too tired of hearing that same old line again and again. What did you say to me? Me and Clara look almost identical. We've even been mistaken for each other countless times. Also, not to burst your bubble, but you and I look alike too. Just that is enough to prove without a doubt that you are my mother, right? But not only that, since you were constantly going on and on about how I couldn't possibly be your child, we even had a DNA test to prove it. How dare you talk to me like that? You've got some nerve, Hannah. You're the one who brought all this up about me not being your child. I'm just telling you what you should already know. How is it that you have such a sharp tongue but such a dull brain? I can't believe that I ended up with such a little good-for-nothing brat like you. I guess you can thank the person that raised me. Oh, shut up. Seriously, you miserable child. How could you be so insolent? Your sister is such a great daughter. A true role model. It's only a mystery how you could turn out to be such a good-for-nothing idiot. Mom, you're starting to loop onto yourself again. Whatever. The fact that you couldn't even get into medical school proves that you are an idiot. I can't accept that someone like you is a part of my family. My only true daughter is your successful older sister, Clara. Honestly, a daughter like you should hurry up and leave the house for good. I knew you'd eventually say it. You're speaking back to me again. Do you know what I'm even saying right now? I don't need such a useless imbecile ruining my house. You're going to be kicked out. Yes, I understand fully well what you're saying, Mom. My original plan was to leave the house when I graduated high school, so I'm already prepared to do so. I've even already got a place picked out and ready to move into. So there isn't a thing for you to worry about. Oh, is that so? Then you have already been self-conscious of your good-for-nothing nature. That's great news. Also, if you've already gone so far as to prepare for leaving, let's just make it official. As soon as you graduate, you are no longer going to be allowed to enter this house. Sure, I get it already. I'll leave and never come back. Great! So if we're in agreement, that's how we'll proceed. Make sure to not forget anything when you leave, because you'll not be allowed to get it back if you do. Hannah, is what I'm hearing true? Are you really going to be leaving the house after graduation? So, I'm guessing that you've heard from Mom, huh? Yeah, just a little bit ago. We were talking on the phone, but she suddenly started asking for me to come back and live with them. I asked why she would want even more people in the house, and she just nonchalantly states that you're going to be leaving after graduation. Your idiot of a sister is finally going to be gone, so you can now freely come back to live with us. Right? I heard her loud and clear from the other room. Isn't she just lovely? I mean, how did all of this happen? Why did it turn out like this? Mom was talking about how you ended up not passing the MCAT. I thought for sure you would be able to pass it. Well, she may think that I didn't pass, but the truth is I never even actually took the test. You didn't even take the test? But then, why does Mom think you failed it then? Well, it's all just pretend, really. I told her that I took the test, waited a few weeks for the results to come in, and told her that I failed it. But it wasn't as simple as just telling her. In fact, Dad and one of my close high school teachers ended up helping quite a bit with making it convincing. That's a pretty bold move, considering you know how hysterical Mom can get about things like this. I mean, it may be a little bold of me, but this way I can actually chase the dream that I've had for so long. Oh. Well, if you're still that determined, then I'll support you in any way I can. But what about post-graduation? Is everything going to be all right? Yeah, I got a place lined up already. Grandpa was also nice enough to let me work at his company, so I'm going to be in his care for a while. When I get enough money saved up, I want to head to that vocational school that I was telling you about. Good to hear. If I actually could, I would have liked to at the very least helped you out with tuition, but I'm pretty low on funds myself. I appreciate it. I really do. But I don't want you to coddle me too much. This is a decision that I want to do for myself. I also have a feeling that if I let you pamper me at all, you'll just keep doing it forever. You were always like that with me. However, to be frank, this is something that I think I need to do for myself. After graduating, I'll be working towards making my dream a reality for several years to come. If I rely on you or anyone else too much, that sense of achievement will be tarnished. So please, don't worry about supporting me financially. Just wish me luck. I knew you'd say something like that. You've always been kinda inspiring when it comes to chasing your dreams. However, if you are in trouble in any way, please let me know as soon as you can. I am your sister, and I will be there when you need me. No matter how things turn out, remember that me, Dad, and Grandpa are all there rooting for you. Thanks, Clara. Hannah, I know you couldn't possibly be thinking this, but you don't plan on returning to our house after the graduation ceremony, do you? Just as promised, following your graduation ceremony, you are no longer allowed to set foot in our house. Okay. I mean, you're going to bring that up now? Well, if you don't follow through on your promise, it'll be more troublesome than not. I am simply reminding you. All right, then. Thanks. I mean, I've already arrived to where I moved to, so... I'm sorry. You're where? Have you not checked my room at the house yet? What about your room? I already finished moving all of my things. Honestly surprised you haven't figured it out earlier. Oh, wow, you're right. There isn't a thing left. But when did you do this? I don't remember any moving trucks. I don't even remember you packing. Well, it's not like I was trying to hide the fact that I was packing and moving everything out. But I did everything yesterday. As it so happens, you were just not in all day. Oh, so you did all of this yesterday, then. Anyway, with this, we've finally cut all ties. Goodbye. Hannah, it's me. It's been 10 years. Come on, talk to me, honey. Hannah, are you busy? Hey, please respond. It's your mother. Mom? It looks like I forgot to block you. Oh, thank goodness I was able to get through to you. I'm in the middle of work right now, so if you could just not text me, that'd be great. Oh, Hannah, dear. You've really given me quite the surprise. Who would have ever thought that you would join the ranks of those famous short story writers? Wait, how do you even know about that? Someone from the neighborhood had gone to one of your signings. When they came back, they were telling everyone around that the author was actually you. Oh, so that's how you heard about it. Oh, please. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? How embarrassed I was when I had to admit that I didn't know anything about you becoming a famous author. But I did my research. One of your stories is going to be turned into a TV series, isn't it? That's amazing, honey. As your mother, I can really hold my head up high in pride. You've done really well for yourself. I'm sorry to come raining down on your parade and everything, but all this talk about being my mother? What are you talking about? What do you mean? 10 years ago, I was thrown out on the day of my high school graduation by a mother who couldn't wait for me to never come back to her house again. She even went as far as to try and cut any adult ties possible. So, therefore, as far as I know, I don't have a mother. Oh, come on now, Hannah. All of this is in the past. Let's just put that as water under the bridge, shall we? At the time, you were just incompetent. You needed a motivating factor, so I pushed you out of the house. I hated doing it, but it had to be done. I know you didn't see it that way at the time, but that was a true sign of love. I mean, think about it. By making you leave the nest, I put you on a journey to find yourself. Though it might have been somewhat throwing you into the fire, so to speak, you came out great for it. That was just the way that I was trying to raise you. To be an independent, strong woman. So that was all just your parenting method then? Is that what you're saying? Absolutely. And for these 10 years, I was constantly worried about how you would turn out. But come to find out that you've become a famous author, it seems that the method more than paid off. Wow, you're really something else. I knew you were a horrible person, but I guess I didn't also realize how much of an opportunist you were. What do you mean? You're trying to suddenly make contact after realizing that I'm an author? In terms of the stories I write, you would be nothing less than the main villain. I'm a villain. Well, I guess you can drop the "in terms of stories." I mean, you've always been the full-blown villain of my life. I'm sorry, Hannah, but I'm not quite following you. More than that, though, Hannah, I have a big favor to ask of you, as your mother. No. But you haven't even heard what I was going to ask. Why is it that I should even listen to the person that did everything in their power to cut me off entirely from their life? What kind of torture are you trying to put me through? Hannah, please. Please, if you could, would you consider coming back and living with me? I'm sorry? I'll make sure that the whole cut all ties was like it never happened. So please, come back to me. I mean, if you're an artist, you can literally do it anywhere, right? So please, would you come back to me? Oh, please. I know that the reason why you would be so desperate for me to come back is only because my doctor of a sister isn't sparing you a dime. I don't understand. I also know how about 6 months ago, Dad divorced you because of various loans and debt that you hid behind his back. But even after the divorce, you continue to build upon your debt, making it worse and worse. You were able to get by for a while by depending on support from Clara, but you were always too impudent to realize how angry your actions made her. So eventually, when Clara was offered a job in the Doctors Without Borders organization, you were essentially left to fend for yourself. How do you know about all of that? Who told you? I mean, though I don't have any nor want any contact with you, doesn't mean that I don't want to have contact with my sister. I've been catching up with my sister every once in a while to see how things are going. Me and my sister are pretty similar. Ever since she was small, she's always wanted to be in Doctors Without Borders. Since she attained her doctor's license, she's been finally able to realize her dream, and that is something that I wanted to know about as soon as possible. Wait, her dream? But it's always been something that I've been telling her to do. She became a doctor because I've been putting her on that path. You really are way too wrapped up in your own way of thinking, aren't you? Your path just happened to align with what she originally wanted to do anyway. Please, Hannah. As you already know, you're the only one that I have left. Your sister is in some other country. Your father left me. I need you. Please, come back and live with me. We'll start fresh. Make everything right again. That's not going to happen. Sorry. Why not? Why won't you come back to me? Because I have my own life that I'm not going to give up, especially not for you. I'm living with my husband, and we're oh so close to his parents. I can't imagine living away from them. You have a husband? Yes, I got married some time ago. You got married? How long have you been married? Why didn't you tell me? Why should I tell you? You wanted nothing to do with me, remember? Also, my new parents truly respect who I am, just like normal people. Nothing like the horrible, selfish person to which I was forced to be raised my entire life. Seriously, I can't believe I had such a toxic mother. You mean to call me a toxic mother? Whether you want to admit it or not, yes, you are a toxic mother. Nothing of what you have done had created a good environment for anyone to grow. You were always selfishly looking at what would be best for your future and caring about the people that you used to make that happen. At least now, with everyone abandoning you, you are finally able to pay for what kind of monster you have been. Anna, what are you saying? Are you saying that this is all my fault? What kind of person do you actually see me as? You'll find out soon enough. But for now, this is going to be our final goodbye. Goodbye, Amy. Soon after, the television series that prompted my mother to try and contact me again finally aired. Just by the conversation that we had when she contacted me, I could tell that she never actually read the story I made that the series would be based off of. Even after the conversation, until the series aired, she kept trying to brag to everyone around her that her daughter had made a TV show. But to her surprise, my book-hating yet TV-loving mother had finally watched the TV series that she was so passionate about telling everyone about. Damaged Roots was the title that ultimately came to be, though she didn't know exactly what the title was referring to at the beginning. She soon realized it was a non-fiction piece about the childhood that was forced upon me. There were very few details that were left out, and it was obvious to see who the main villain of the story was. When she realized what the story was about, her embarrassment was palpable, especially since she told everyone she knew to watch it. She became a recluse, but with debt edging up on her, her situation got more and more dire. However, what actually happened in the end? I'm not sure. If anything, I think she ran away to live somewhere where no one knows who she is. However, I don't really care. I don't consider her my mother, and I am living a new life with people who respect and love me for who I am. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time!